It's your girl Jazzy K with Super Tight TV. We want to thank everyone that's been watching. Hey, if you do us a favor and hit that subscribe button, also press the notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop a new video.
You're not tuned into something super tight. Puffin' something sticky, nigga, I roll through the light. Need to hear something real just to get me through the night. I'm looking for them jackets cause I know they looking shy. Know I'ma get some game tuned in with super tight, yeah. I get the low love from Big Bobo, from the front seat, not no photos.
Already, baby, what's up with it and what it do? It's your big dog, Bobo Luciano. I want to thank everybody again for tuning in to Super Tight TV. We back, up your back, going smack, smack, smack. Just like that. And I hope it feel good to you too, because it damn sure feel good to me. I got my sexy ass, gorgeous, beautiful wife.
It's your girl Jazzy K.
In the building. You been all right, baby?
I've been great.
Hey, we got a new family member today.
Yeah, I see.
You know what I'm talking about? Representing the great state of Texas, East Texas to be exact. We got Ace Trey in the building. Hey. That's how we get down.
Appreciate that.
Man, you're shining, baby.
Appreciate that.
Man.
Looking good.
Hard of a hustler. I'm talking about. Yes. How you been?
I'm good, man. I've been working.
Working? Grinding?
That's what's up.
Man, you got talent.
Appreciate it.
You know what I'm talking about? You know, my man, our brother, Big E called me. He said, man, he told me about you. And then he said, man, let me just sing you some of his music. The one that I think was matter of fact, it's known to be a classic album.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't, you know, we don't have iPhones. We don't have iPhones. So it was really, you know, he sent it through Apple Play.
Yeah.
And so I tried to play it, but it would only let me, it was set like a preview type of thing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And it kept kicking me out, kicking me back in. But I got through it and I got the gist of it.
Yeah.
And I told my wife, I said, what year did that album come out?
That came out in 2005.
See, I said around that time, I could see why people would say that's a classic album.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's well put together. But we jumping the gun.
Yeah.
We jumping the gun. We jumping the gun. We jumping the gun. You know what I'm saying? Oh, but you see, you sitting at the Texas table, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you know, we got to start the things off right. And we all about positive energy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We want you to really be successful in your career, in your life, with your family and whatever you got going on. Yeah. And, you know, we like you to reciprocate that and leave some of that positive energy for us. Right. But that blue star right there, that's our little Apollo stump. That's our lightning rod, our energy source. You know what I'm talking about? So we, you know, before we get all our interviews started, we ask people to rub that for positive energy, man.
Most definitely.
That's going to give you some of that good juju.
Yeah,
you know what
what I need.
Already.
Rub with this hand, too.
Yeah, ooh, man. Don't be greedy now.
Yeah, I'm trying to get out mine, man.
Now, take as much as you need.
Yeah, man.
Take as much as you need. But I like to let my wife get it started because it's always ladies first in my life, bro.
Already.
Cap. No, I'm just playing. No, Mr. Ace Trey. So for those who may not know, why don't you tell everybody where you're from?
I'm from a little town called Henderson, Texas. It's southeast of Dallas, northeast of Houston, and I'm about 30 miles east of Tyler.
How was it growing up there?
It was okay. It was kind of, you know, it had its ups and downs. You know, I grew up with a single mother.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You know, and it was 7 kids.
Ooh.
So I was the oldest.
Oh,
you know,
damn.
And,
you was the man of the house.
Yeah. You know, she went through boyfriends, and we actually I was living in Tyler till I was like 6 or 7 years old.
Okay.
And my mom's husband got killed, and we moved to Henderson.
Yeah.
And that's where she brought us up at. I moved to the projects, and that's when I was exposed to to everything. I mean, it's a whole nother story about my mom. You know, when I was about 10 years old, we all was sleeping in a 2-bedroom house, and We probably had what 2 beds.
The 7 kids?
Yeah, with 9 people in the house total.
Gotta
Yeah,
get in
wow.
there.
You know, and so a lot of us slept on the floor. You know, a lot of us. Sometimes we slept in the bed with mama. Sometimes we slept on the couch, just
Yeah.
wherever we could. And I watched this lady do everything she could to take care of 7 kids.
Yes.
And then one day I came home from school, and she was like, "I'm tired of seeing y'all go through this. I'm tired of y'all sleeping on the floor." We was eating. Y'all probably ain't never heard of them. It was a big pack of cookies called Big 60s. We was eating those, and she'd buy a bag of potatoes and cut them up, and we ate French fries for whatever we can cook with a potato.
Yes.
I done ate it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. I've
everything
heard.
we can cook with potato, but she was doing what she had to do to feed 7 kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, so one day I came home, man, and she had went to Dallas, and she came back, and she had an ounce of cocaine, and she said, "We ain't finna suffer no more." That's when she turned me on to the dope game. You know, she taught me about at I'm gonna say 11, 12 years old.
Wow.
I knew how to cook, weigh up. I knew how to sell it. I
How she know how to do all that?
don't know. That shocked me. That shocked me.
Somebody had to lace up with the game.
I think somebody laced her up, but it was a lot of stuff she did that she really didn't show us as
Yeah.
far as the people that she met and who she hung out with. She when she have company, she tell us to go outside or
Yeah,
go
yeah.
somewhere.
I feel you.
We couldn't hang around. You know, that was that
Yes.
generation.
Yes, for sure it was.
Yeah, that was that generation. We couldn't be in grown folk business.
Shit, bro.
And still.
You know.
That's what we need now.
And
Yeah.
still.
That's what we need now because they're too much in our business.
Yeah,
I'm
for
talking
real,
about-
for real. So I was learning how to they were selling what they call caps back then.
Yeah.
You know, so it was $10 a cap. She said, when I leave, you in charge. You know, so we were basically trapping out the house before they was even calling it trapping.
How much was y'all selling caps for?
$10. Buy 10
cap.
and get one free.
And was it the little
Uh-oh.
like the little
BOGO.
like the little tubes we seen on New Jack City?
No, it wasn't little tubes. You know, like the little gel medicine caps you might take.
Yes.
Probably about that big.
Yeah, that's how it was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yes,
She would
yes.
cap them up, you know, and
Mm-hmm.
and I know she out of that that 1 ounce she went and got. I know she made like $3,300.
I bet she did. She broke them all down into dimes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she
Yeah.
did.
And that's life
She-
changing when
she
you
did.
got 7 kids.
Oh,
at
she
the
flipped
house.
it.
Yeah,
But she flipped it though.
2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
And then she went back.
Did she? I didn't mean to cut you out. Did she hold off before she started buying meat with the potatoes until she flipped it a little bit more?
Nah, as soon as she got some money, she went and
Okay,
did something
that's
better
what
for
she
her.
Okay,
Beef.
good.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. She but what I did see her do, she instead of going back and buying the same thing, she would like just put a little money up. When she go back, she getting 2 or 3 of them, or she getting
Yes,
cause
yes.
back then they were like $800 an ounce.
That's right.
You know,
750,
yeah,
800.
800 an ounce, and this was like some A1.
Mm.
So, and I'm learning about all this, but I'm going to school like
Yeah.
I'm lame.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I don't know what's going on. I'm going to school like I'm lame. I'm just, really focusing on my schooling.
Yes.
But at the same time, I'm writing music.
Yeah, already. Way back then.
Yeah, I'm still writing music.
Okay.
And what age was this?
This was I started writing the music when I turned 13. That's where the Ace Tray come from, the 1-3.
Okay,
Yeah, so-
already.
Yeah,
That makes
so
sense.
we actually got a clothing line. Me and my wife in the store. It's gonna be $13.85 because it was 1985. I was 13
Already.
when I started doing it.
Everything got a meaning.
Yeah.
How far is it between you and the youngest?
My baby sister. It's about 20 years, 22
Ooh,
years.
yeah, that's a gap.
Yeah.
Okay.
She didn't see all that.
Oh,
Yeah, by the time she
She
came,
done heard the rumors
We
on
were
it.
good. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
how far did it get?
What's that?
The hustling.
Oh man.
How much money you
See-
think you saw?
Oh, I saw some millions. Yeah,
Mm.
through my mama. My mama was the first person I actually saw keys.
Yes.
You know.
She hustled from an ounce all the way up to keys.
Yeah. Yeah, she had she went to Houston, and that was back when Ray Charles and all
Yeah,
of them.
yeah.
Yeah, she
Shout
was
out
dealing
Ray
with
Charles.
all of them. Ray Charles,
Allegedly.
Billy Ray Maddox.
Oh yeah. Allegedly.
Yeah, she was dealing with all of them. And she finally met a connect in H-Town, Cuban,
Yeah.
and it was over with from that point on. She
Well,
was
H-Town had them Cubans, them
Yeah.
Colombians.
it was on then.
I know niggas that went to school in PV,
Yeah.
came back and that was the same. That
Yeah.
was the same.
Yeah.
Hooking up with Colombians. And if they watching this interview, they know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
They know I'm talking about them.
Yeah.
They know I'm talking about. They did. You
Yeah,
know I'm talking
select
about
few.
this. Yeah, select few.
Yeah.
You know, you went down there with that D-Town hustle mentality.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you ain't gotta be no D-Town. It's just, Texas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah.
like to hustle down here.
Exactly.
And
We actually hustle harder than
have you ever heard of a rapper by the name of representing East Texas, Al D 300?
Yeah.
Did you see his interview?
Mhm. I was actually locked up with LD. Me and him was on the same unit. We actually caught the chain together to go home.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
But my father passed. So when
Sorry to hear that.
they got me to Huntsville, I was there to go to a funeral. I thought I was going home because LD was going home. We caught the same chain from the unit. They sent us through this little old drug program
Yeah.
for 6 months, and then we went home. But I didn't even know LD rapped until maybe our 4th or 5th month in there. Yeah.
Was y'all rapping with each other?
We sat beside each other because in group you have to sit in bunk order.
Yeah.
So me and LD kind of slept beside. He was on bottom bunk, I was on top.
Okay.
And we sat beside each other, and we both be in group writing raps, but
Yeah.
we never really rap for each other.
So to reiterate, for the family members that didn't see that, y'all go check out that LD 300 interview. Matter of fact, y'all subscribe to the channel. We appreciate y'all for checking this out. I love this interview because we're going deep.
Yeah, shout out to LD.
But LD 300 made a statement that kind of went viral.
Mhm.
I ain't gonna say it went, just poof out the world, but people, gravitated toward it.
Yeah.
And it was basically what you just said. Texas has that hustle mentality. He said it exceeded because he lived in I think it's in Inglewood, California.
Yeah.
Suburban
Yeah.
Los Angeles,
Mhm.
and he said they was pretty. It wasn't as many people his age doing what we do in Texas.
Yeah, I
You know what I'm
believe that.
saying?
I believe
You know
that.
how we kids, we driving at 11, 12,
Yeah.
13 years old. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a trip how kids right now not driving like that.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm
Because it
saying?
ain't no land.
Yeah, I can say they more in the, they more in the playing. This generation more in the playing video games.
Yes.
That's where they learn how to
Yeah.
drive it. Actually,
Man, I was enthused about driving.
Right?
Dad,
Yeah,
can
me
I
too.
drive?
Me too.
You know what I'm talking about? At a young age.
Me too.
That would have, just.
I was driving my mom, like I said, when she was going up there getting that work. I was driving her up there. And
Damn.
I was number 14, finna
Wow.
be 15
Yeah, yeah.
when I started driving in Houston and Dallas.
And how long of a stretch would you say it was when you started with your mom and when y'all?
What was the first hiccup?
88.
That's when you started?
That's when my mom got busted
Okay.
in 1988. They had been trying to build a case on her for the longest, but she had cops on her team.
Yeah.
She had, that's kind of money she had when they.
Oh, when you got millions, I bet.
Yeah, when they.
It's a real life
You don't make millions
story, right?
without everything in position.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
She was. I never knew that she even thought. The stuff she put together and how she did it, I never even knew she was on that level.
Almost like you ever see that series? It's one of the best series on TV. I bet
just
you
see
have.
it.
Breaking Bad.
Yeah,
Bad.
Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where he was all of a sudden he was, I think thought he had cancer or whatever, and then all of a sudden just went to be a kingpin.
I was
Exactly.
thinking Raising Canaan.
Yeah.
Similar.
Raising
That
Kanan,
storyline
yes.
similar.
Yes.
Yeah, I gravitate
yes.
toward that storyline
Yes,
because I
yes.
understand it. I
Your lifestyle is more like Raising Kanan.
exactly,
I agree.
exactly.
Yes.
So it was 88, and they came to the house, and
Feds.
yeah,
You remember that day?
yeah. Well,
What
they came there and they kicked
Describe
the door in. They kicked the door in, and they told me and my sister. They left my little sister and brothers alone. Told me and my sister that's right up under me to come in the living room, and he said, "Well, hold up first. He said, take the son in there, strip him." He said, "Search him, strip him." And he asked a female to come in there and search my sister, but they didn't strip my sister out.
Yeah.
But they tore the house up. Didn't find no dope or nothing like that, but it was dope there. That's when they first come out with those like a salt can. You can unscrew the top off.
Yeah.
Of it. You know, it was stuff like that, and all through the house, 6 packs of beer. That one can was a dummy.
Yeah.
You know, she didn't really keep nothing like that at the house, but she kept money,
Yeah.
and she had money all over Henderson, all in Longview. You know, I don't know if you ever heard about the Davenports.
No.
Yeah, they was a big thing out of Longview, Texas.
Okay.
Yeah, like kingpins. You know, and when they got her, they got her for marked money, so they say, and they gave her 75 years.
What?
Yeah, they gave her 75 year sentence when she went to court. It was a guy that was dating my stepfather's niece. He started driving our bus. We don't know that they done put him in position, you know, I used to get on the bus and he would ask me questions like, "Hey, your mom gonna be home this evening?"
Infiltrating.
I'm like, "Nigga, why the fuck you
Yeah.
asking me when my mom
Yeah.
gonna be home?"
Asking too many questions.
Because I didn't know this.
How old were you in 88?
In 88, I was 16.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're still a kid.
Yeah, I was 16. And when his name was the one on her indictment, you know, he even got on the stand and testified against her and said that he didn't know if he got the drugs from my mama or my sister. You know.
So
Now,
they tied your sister into it.
yeah, but she never did no time or nothing
Okay,
like that.
good.
He just got on the stand and said because they look so much alike, I don't know if she gave it to me.
Wow.
You know, and I was like, okay.
This a black dude?
Yeah, yeah.
When you say bus, what kind of bus is this?
Like a school bus.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So he looked like a kid.
Yeah, he was the driver of the school bus. Yeah, he was driving the school bus.
Asking about your mama.
Yeah. When I get on the bus, he would ask me, was my mama gonna be home or my stepdad? And I get home, I tell him that. And they were like, why he asking you that?
Right.
I was like, I don't know. I said, I cussed him out. Asked him why the fuck he asking me that.
I
you know?
wonder if he had a case on him.
Yeah, he did. I found out years later he did, you know.
Yeah.
Me and him, you know, me and him had a shootout and I went to jail for that.
Tell us about it.
At a football game, you know, after my mom got locked up, you know, he was going around town and he was like, yeah, fuck that bitch. You know, he was that kind of stuff. I actually didn't hear him say it, but, you know, it was getting back to me. And I saw him at a football game in a parking lot in Henderson. And as soon as I saw him, he pulled out a gun. So I pulled out a gun. We started shooting. I go to jail. Nobody get hit, but I go to jail for having that gun. Plus, I'm underage.
Yes, I
You
bet.
know, I'm underage, so I go to jail for that. And my aunt had to come up there and get me out. They want to know where the gun came from. I told them I stole it from my aunt's house, and you know, just stuff like that because I was a kid. And after that, man, I really never saw the dude again. From what I heard, he moved to Dallas, and just I'm gonna say last year, I think I heard he died. But he got my mama 75 years, and you know, she stood up in court and turned around and told us, "Hey, look here." Because when they gave it to her, everybody like, oh, you know, in the courtroom, everybody, damn. Because they labeled her in the paper, they had Queen Pen of Henderson. You know, they've been trying to get her, but that's the way they put it up in the paper. And she went down there and she did 5 years before she gave him 60 of it back. She went to the law library and did her own case and gave 60 years back.
Damn.
They wouldn't take the whole sentence back because they wanted to avoid a lawsuit. Yeah.
Was it entrapment?
Now it was like I said, when he got on the stand and said he didn't know if my mom, that was reasonable doubt.
Reasonable doubt
So how
right
y'all
there.
convict on that?
You can't get up there and say, I don't know if it was
Yeah,
her.
I don't know if it was her. That shit
Got you.
Yeah. So what they did when the judge when she
What county? I mean, cut you out. What county?
Russ County.
Russ County.
Yeah.
Okay.
Henderson, Texas.
Okay.
And when the judge when she came back and he found out that she worked the case by herself and got herself back in court. Because he asked her who was her lawyer, who was her attorney when she was down there, who helped her do this. And she said, nobody. She said, I did it myself. I went there and studied the law and I did it myself. She said, I wrote up my own writs. I wrote up, you know, excuse me, everything that I needed to do. She said, I did it myself. And he said, well, Miss Williams, as much as I hate to do this, I got to take back 60 years of a 75-year sentence.
Damn.
He took it back.
So she ended up serving what, 20?
Now she actually time behind bars.
15?
With her time, no, she didn't do that long. She did with her time behind bars, maybe 7 years
Wow.
on the 75.
That was a fair case? Or a
No,
state
no,
case?
she got it down to the state.
Damn, okay, I
Yeah,
can
she
see
got
that.
it down the
I
state.
can
She had
see
to pay
that.
some money for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got it down the state. But in between all this, that's why people were saying, my music. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of stuff to rap about and talk
Boy.
about. So I can talk prices and numbers and because I'm actually living this. You know, I
You
know.
went through it for real.
Yeah, I'm actually living this. So the raps that I was writing, because we would battle behind the football stands at the games.
Yeah.
I would battle out of town dudes that rap. They would come and get me. Hey, this dude over here say he can rap. So
And what age is this?
this is I'm 16 now when I started doing this.
Yes.
And that's when I went to Houston before my mom got locked up. I entered a talent show in Houston. Lil Jaye threw it. It was called the Sammy Awards. It was over there at Paradise Alley.
Okay.
It was somewhere. I know the place was called Paradise Alley. So it was like 32 groups, and we was going up there for like maybe a month straight. They would let me out of school to go do this. Yeah, they would let me out of school to go up there and get in these talent shows, and we wound up winning it.
It was a group of y'all.
Oh, it was a group.
Okay.
I had a group that I had put together called the Enforcers. And it was me. I had a DJ back when they had DJs.
Oh, yeah,
behind.
for
I
sure.
had 3 dudes dancing.
Yeah, you had to.
Yeah, and I'm writing the lyrics. So we go up there and we actually win the whole show. So they gave me a chance to go and talk to Lil Jaye when he was at the old compound.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, before the old one burnt down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was off of 45 or something like that. It was the new one. I can't remember exactly, but I know it was the old compound.
Yeah, the old compound,
Yeah.
but I don't think it was on 45.
Yeah, it was somewhere.
Yeah,
But
go
we
ahead.
was when we went and talked to Lil Jaye, he had us performing. We did like 3 or 4 shows a day.
Yeah.
He had us going to McGregor Park, Herman Park. We performing there, and he had us going to some club we performed in. But we young, so my
Yes.
mom got to go with us. She had the money behind us, you know, at the time.
Already.
You know, so
What year was this?
this was 87.
Ooh, this
Because
was,
she had got out on bond. She
this
had gotten
was
a
right
PO
when
bond.
this was right when Ghetto Boys was.
Yeah. Scarface was I looked up to Face.
Oh yeah. That was
Storyteller. That's why
For
if you
sure.
listen to my
Right?
raps, I tell
Yes.
stories. You know, so he was one of my idols, man. And but Lil Jaye, my mom back then, he offered us a contract, an 80-20 deal, and my mom wouldn't let me take it. Now I'm pissed because
I bet.
my idol is on this label. One of the dudes I wanted to be like. So he on this label, so she wouldn't let me do it. And I didn't understand why at the time. But as I got older, she was telling me about these contracts. She said, you understand that he offered you an 80-20 deal. I couldn't let you do that. She said, because that means he get 800,000. If you make $1 million, he get 800,000.
Oh, y'all was
And
the
you
20.
get the rest.
Yeah. She said, we get the 20. She said,
With
that's why
mama on that one.
Yeah, she said that's why I went in there and told him, no, we
Oh
can't
hell
do that.
yeah, no.
And
You know
he
how many people probably signed that?
Oh, a lot. A lot.
A lot just because.
Yeah, because they want to be with rapper.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
Right.
Or the fact that, not just rap a lot, just think about a young kid from the ghetto.
exactly.
Think about somebody that came up in a situation like you came up in and just trying to get out.
Yeah,
You don't even know
and-
what percentage is.
Yeah,
Probably.
don't
Like,
even know what percentage
Okay.
is.
I
I just want to be on the radio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I can rap. That's all I need to be able to do. I didn't know the business side of it, you know.
Most of us don't
So,
at that age.
Yeah, so I'm I'm glad my mama did that, you know,
For sure.
because I've probably been tied up in something I couldn't get out of.
Mm-hmm.
Gave a lot of music away. You know.
You think Lil Jaye had heard of your mom's reputation?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, he was so much, Jay been big. He was so much way more advanced than where she was at, at the time.
Okay.
I
So
so
no, you talking about millions.
yeah, she
You know somebody you talking about the queen pin of a
Yeah,
whole county.
I seen
Shit.
like I ain't gonna say like I seen her with millions of dollars at one time, just
Yeah.
all the money over a period of time. I
Got
know
you.
my mama played with some millions.
Okay, got you.
And
I
then
feel you.
I used to take money to the school for that I have in my backpack
Mm-hmm.
because she didn't want to keep a lot of money at home. So I would take money in my backpack to school and just put it in my locker.
Damn.
Yeah, I was doing that. She had money hid all out in the country at my aunt's house. Behind
She had some
Phil's
money
house.
buried.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
When she got locked up, I actually went and got some of the money because when she got locked up, I had to take care of my sisters and brothers. So that's how I started catching all my dope cases. I got like over 20 some years in the prison system.
Damn.
You know, and that's why it's taking me so long to put the music out and do the music because every time I get the momentum going,
something happen.
Yeah, I get knocked. I get a case. Got people on my indictments too. You know,
so it always is.
Yeah, I got people that
it's hard for them to get you without somebody telling you.
They on my indictments too. So when I come out with these,
they
songs,
got to have help.
Oh yeah, because they couldn't ever give me. They kept telling me that I had a actual transfer. Like I sold directly to an undercover, and I was like, nah.
Yeah.
No, I'm telling my lawyer. I said, man, you're not listening to me. I don't do that. He said, you don't sell drugs? I said, yeah, I sell drugs. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Why we do each other like that? I'm sitting here thinking, listening to you talk. Man, why black folks? Because I'm thinking about how when white folks hustle, I'm thinking about when the essays hustle. They ain't just diming each other out like that, bro.
No. And these are people we know, grew up with. I'm talking about fought with and
it always is.
Slept on their couches and floor and ate with. These are people that's on the indictment. When you get the indictment, like in Rusk County.
Blow your mind, don't it?
When in Rusk County, you got to wait 90 days to 180 days before you get the indictment. So you likely be in the cell with the dude that's on your indictment. You know, he get kited out of there before you get the indictment.
You better.
Yeah, he get kited out. And we be like, I be like, oh man. Hey, and then that's all you hear up and down the hallway in the jail. Hey, who on your indictment? Who on your indictment? And everybody calling out names that we grew up with, that we know. They done got in some trouble somewhere else and working with the laws to get us. So they picked up like 85 of us.
Dang.
85 of us, and we all had 2 names on our indictments. Out of 85 people, 2 names.
2 names, boy.
Everybody
indicted. Boy, somebody was singing like a canary.
Everybody indicted.
Ooh, they damn near walked, I bet.
So I went down after I graduated, I caught a 10-year sentence and went down and
you was about 18,
right after graduation.
Right after graduation.
And how did that affect you?
Messed me up.
I bet.
Yeah, mentally, because I had never really been in jail. I hadn't even never had a traffic ticket. So the first time they come at me, they
straight
say
to
10
the
years. Yeah, they say 10 years. I was like, man.
So here you are, essentially growing up, entering adulthood in the penitentiary.
So you did 10 on 10?
No, I did the first time. Show you how this system. The first time I went down, Ann Richards was the governor.
Yeah,
she had the revolving door.
That's when she was building all those penitentiaries around Texas.
She had the revolving door because so many people locked up. So if you got 10 years, she had like every month is a year. So the first time I got to 10, I went down and did 13 months.
Yeah.
Okay, I come back. I got out in 90. I think the beginning of 93, George Bush was the governor then.
Yeah.
I catch another dope case. 10 years again. I go down and do 3 years and 9 months on that case. I get out. I'm hustling again because I couldn't stop hustling.
Somebody was on that indictment too?
Yeah. Every one of my indictments, one of them wound up being like one of my best friends. I'm talking about one of my best friends. I put him in the game, turned him on, showed him how to get money.
You seen him since you've been out?
Yeah.
What'd he say?
He don't even acknowledge that. And my wife used to ask me, she said, I wonder what he would say if you go up to him and tell him that he was on, because he don't even know that I know he was on my indictment. I never even said nothing to him.
You better man than me.
Okay,
You are a better man than me.
Yeah, he died. He dead now. He died, how long ago? He died about a year ago. Yeah. One of the biggest supporters of my music, everything.
Them be the ones.
Yeah, everything.
Waiting for you to fall.
Yep.
They crab in the bucket. They crab in the bucket. So that's why, like, my following as far as a lot of the other artists in East Texas, because it's a lot of good artists out of East Texas. Boy,
is it ever.
Yeah, a lot of good artists out of East Texas.
Let me ask you a question, because we're talking about East Texas and rapping now. We're finna switch gears and go into music.
Okay.
That album, was that your first project?
No. That was the first one. That was my first project on what I'm gonna say a professional level, like working with somebody like Big E.
Okay.
You know.
Who Biggie did all those tracks?
Yeah.
That was my question.
Yeah, Big E did every track on it.
Man, the professionalism
Okay.
of everything that was put down. Who came up with all the hooks and everything? You did that.
I did. Yeah.
You have an extreme talent,
Appreciate it.
and I hate. I mean, we hear that a lot with athletes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That I know some people that was some bad motherfuckers, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about the fastest dude in. Oh God, bro! I know a dude that was the fastest guy in the country.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he didn't get to those heights.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I know a guy. His record still stands to this day. Rushing yards at Texas A&M.
Wow.
From the 80s. He didn't get to the heights he was supposed to get to.
Mm-hmm.
MCA came out with a song, "The Hood Done Took Me Under."
Yeah.
You remember that song? "The Hood Done Took Me Under." That's what it is.
Yeah.
And I always think about stuff like that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What if?
I think like that too.
Yeah, man.
It's been a lot of times I've said, man, I'm finna quit. Just listening to the outside, you know what I'm saying? Just especially with this generation of rap now.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody like me come out now with my age, everybody like, man, he needs to sit his old ass down somewhere. We ain't even rapping like that, you know.
Yeah.
But I come from a generation with the Bun B's and Rakims.
Scarface.
You know, I had all the exactly Scarface. I'm talking about these are storytellers.
Yes.
You couldn't get in the game if you wasn't talking about nothing because you're gonna get laughed at. You know, so every line I pen, I'm like, I wonder what Bun will say if he hear this. I wonder what Rakim will say if he hear this.
Yeah.
So I put thought in my line.
Yes.
So I said one thing they won't be able to say is my shit don't make sense or my shit ain't, because I come from storytelling. That's what I do. I got a lot of stories.
Oh yeah.
And I ain't even really tapped into everything that I'm gonna do.
You know what you need to do? How long you been out this last time?
April 3rd will be 5 years.
We just got to talking about people who need to drop music.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know how old you are, but I'm thinking that you're around my age or so because of the era.
Yeah. I'm 52.
You need to regurgitate that shit like right now.
Yeah, I'm 52, man.
We got more. Our better days are behind us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
You're right.
You need to regurgitate that shit right now.
Yeah.
All of it. All of it. You know what I'm saying? Get with Big E, get with whoever gonna produce it. Don't be trying to sit on it.
Yeah, me and he working out.
Don't love that shit. Don't be falling in love with them songs, bro.
Yeah.
Man, I'm a whole listen. This my single.
Nah,
you better.
I was doing that too. Big E said, "No, man, you might well drop the whole album,
bro. You can do videos now for $200-300, bro.
Yeah,
it ain't got to be a whole video now. It can just be a little snippet of the video.
You're right.
That's what they call a visual.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? And there's an audience for it.
Yeah.
It might not be the audience you shoot. I mean, excuse me.
It's gonna be the people that don't want to hear the conversation.
Yes, my nigga.
Right.
That part. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I don't want to hear no punching in.
Yeah.
I want to hear a nigga rapping and telling stories and taking me back to the nostalgic of it all. You know what I'm talking about?
That's where I'm at with that. I tell my wife all the time, I said, man, I'm trying to bring that originality, the creativity.
It might be coming back.
The uniqueness. I said, I'm trying to bring that back. I said, cause dudes ain't really putting thought into their balls. I said, you got a lot of punchline rappers. I said, and they say this. I said, even Lil Wayne said he wish he could tell stories.
Yeah.
Like the rappers from that era.
Come on, man.
You know, so I tell stories. And if I don't care, I really ain't on no.
He told a good story with that. What's that Kendrick Lamar song?
But I feel like
what's that Kendrick Lamar
Mona Lisa.
Song? Mona, he told a great story.
Oh yeah, now that was he was on some creative stuff right there. Yeah, I got to give him that one. Yeah.
The problem too is I think different eras and how kids came up different.
Yep,
like
exactly.
you lived life, you went through things, you had stories to tell. And a lot of these kids, they just don't. Not all of them, but they just putting rhymes together.
We go through some shit in our era.
Yeah.
The music don't really mean nothing to them.
Right.
Because now like when I first started doing the music, like I said, you know, in between, my mom left a lot of stuff. She left money, she left dope, and all that stuff. So, who next in line to take over that? I'm her oldest son, so I could have went another route because I was good in sports too.
Yeah.
But sports wasn't taking care of my sister and brother at the time.
You know,
what I'm saying?
I just thought about something. You know, what do they have to talk about? We live through a lot.
That's what
Exactly.
I'm saying.
We live through a lot, brother.
Exactly.
We lived through the start of rap.
Mm-hmm.
We lived through the start of the crack era.
Mm-hmm.
We lived through the start of gangbanging.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say the start of gangbanging, but we saw it come to Texas.
To Texas, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? We lived through the X-Pills days, the Serb days. We lived through everything to where when we talked about it, it was new to everybody and it was informational to everybody and people could relate to it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because somebody was going through what you was rapping about.
Exactly.
You know what I'm talking about? What do they have nowadays to talk about? Because I listen to them, they don't really, they rap more like, they call it freestyle.
Yeah.
They call it a free. They rap almost like a freestyle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's no connection to the rap.
That's
You
why
know what I'm saying?
they punch it in.
Yes.
If you listen to like a rapper from, I'm gonna say, even 10 years ago.
Yes.
If you listen to a rap from then, you could tell where they rap straight through. Thought was put into it. They wrote it.
Yes.
Versus listening to something today when they went in there and just rap 3 or 4 lines. All right, cut it off. All right, hold on.
Are they really rapping 3 or 4 lines? I think they punching line for line.
They punching it. Yeah, they.
I think they punching line for line, brother.
Yeah.
In some
I agree. So it's you know, when they tell me, because I done heard it before. I actually did a show in Paris, Texas.
Shout out to my brothers in Shaw, Texas.
Yeah, I did a show in Paris, and they you know, a lot of those guys were younger than me.
Yeah.
So when my music come on and I got up there and you could see the guys turn around walking off.
Yeah.
Till I started rapping. When I started rapping, everybody turned around, came back like, whoa, wait a minute.
Yeah.
So the guy that threw that show called me and my wife and wanted to interview me. He wanted to see. He said, man, he said, even I was DJing and he said, I'm like, okay, what this old cat finna do? He said, but when you start rapping, he said, I stopped. He said, I was like, whoa, wait a minute. I said, man, I write what I write. I said, what I write is real. I said, if I talk about the dope game, it's what I know and what I've been through. I ain't talking about something that I seen. I'm talking about something that I actually been through. That's the reason I can go in depth and talk about it like that. Now, do I glamorize that? I said, I don't glamorize that. I said, I'm not proud of going to prison but I said, but I'm also not embarrassed about how I was brought up either. Because it made me the person that I am, which gave me a lot to with my art. It gave me a lot to talk about, and that's why when I spit this stuff, it comes from the heart. I'm not making this up.
Yeah.
You know, so
it's a difference.
Yeah, it's
you
a big difference.
You could tell the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you
could
go.
hear the difference.
Yeah. I spit it real. I mean, I've been knowing Big E for at least 20 years. He done been through. I done went in the prison, out the prison, in the prison. Every time I come out, I get in touch with him. Hey man,
shout out Big E.
Got something? Yeah, shout out my boy, man. I said, man, I got something I need to drop. He's like, let's do it. I get to talking about the money part of it. He say, we get to that later.
Well, you know why he do that? You probably see the talent in you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. He the one told me, a guy actually brought me up to Big E, and, you know, he was on some stun shit. He wanted everybody to think he had a lot of money. But I had money in my pocket to pay for whatever we finna do. But he wanted to do it. So he you know, in front of Big E acting like he got all this money. So
a Dallas nigga?
Nah, he's from Palestine.
Okay.
East Texas.
East Texas.
Yeah. I left that out. When my mom got out, they told her she couldn't come back to they bought her from there, so she moved to Palestine.
Okay.
But this dude bought me the Big E, and he pulled me to the side. He said, man, you need to get away from him. He said, he ain't gonna take you nowhere. He said, he ain't gonna take you nowhere, man. He said, you got something. So I got E number and I called him and we set up some time, and I went up there, and next thing you know, we did Hearts of Hustlers and worked on some more stuff. Me and he got songs that he have to, going through his music, he'll find and be like, hey man, you know, we didn't put it out, we recorded it.
Yes.
But you know, we just
Yeah.
But we got a lot of stuff. We
I'm
work.
glad he kept it. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah,
talking about?
yeah.
Man, that hustle a hustler.
Yeah, he been telling me we need to re-put it out.
You need to remaster it.
We actually doing
I need to remaster that whole.
Yeah,
make
we're gonna
that
do
whole
a part
sound
2.
fatter.
Yeah.
Yeah, make it sound fatter because nowadays you want it to feel the speakers.
Yeah.
And all the concepts are there. You know, I mean, from the break 'em off with Young Bleed. How was it working with Young Bleed?
Oh, that was cool. Young Bleed was actually the first big name that I was actually in the studio with.
Yeah.
You know, and his part, Young Bleed freestyled his part.
I about to say,
Wow.
I got a song with Young Bleed. He was on the spot as brother.
Yeah.
He wrote it,
Yeah.
but he wrote it right there.
Yeah, he didn't write with me unless he wrote it in his head.
Yeah.
Because he would rap 3 or 4 lines, then he'll stop and he'll tell you to punch him in. Then I went in there, but his manager, when I went in there and spit mine, because mine was rope.
Yes.
So when I went in there and spit it, he asked me was I signed with anybody. I was like, nah. He was like, man, you should be. He said, you got a manager? I said, nah. I said, I'm just doing this by myself. And I've been doing it by myself, which is another reason why things don't move as fast as some of the other artists, because it's just me and my wife. My team consists of me, my wife, and Big E.
Yeah.
That's it. So we got to do the promotion.
Keep a small circle.
She got to do the. She one day she might be the manager. Next day she my social media thing. I mean, you know what I'm saying. We ain't got people doing that, so we do it all ourselves. You know, hey, this what need to be done. We try to make it happen. So it take us a little longer than most people, but we get it done.
That's what's up.
So what's next for you, big brother?
Man, we working on me and he working on Charms right now. We gonna do a Hearts of Hustlers 2. Just videos. I was in a movie called Parole Money 3.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, I was in that movie.
His Leo was in there, wasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, he was in the prison scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, we were supposed to be doing the soundtrack to that, but it never happened.
Did the movie ever get released? Or
Yeah,
did they?
yeah. It got released. I don't know if how he pushing it or whatever, because I actually wrote songs for the soundtrack. Those songs just sitting.
Yeah.
You know, because when I come up with a concept for an album, when I come up with the title of the album, then the songs I write are going
Well, you know, things
fall
like
under
that.
that title.
Things like that are ideas of grandeur right now, because
Right.
this ain't the 90s.
Yeah,
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It ain't like we got hard copies.
exactly.
So why are we talking soundtrack? When you're an independent filmmaker.
Exactly,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
They came to me and
yeah.
when he came to me and said, "Hey, we're gonna put a soundtrack together, and we gonna want you to put some songs on it." I said, "Okay."
It sounds good.
Yeah.
It sounds good to do that, but
Yeah.
but you know what I'm saying? It takes money and it takes a lot of effort to push that when you're trying to push your.
Exactly.
The
Maybe
movie
that's why it
itself.
didn't happen.
I'm telling you, that's why it didn't
didn't
happen. Those are ideas of grandeur.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He wanted to do it.
So
but
I'll do prison.
great idea.
Man, I had a commissary bag
Yeah.
full of raps. That was one bag, just full of raps, because I wrote every day.
Yeah.
And you know, I go through and I look through them and stuff. And when they say classic, to me, when you say Hearts of Hustlers is a classic album, it's like, because I can listen to it today and it's still relevant. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The stuff I'm saying is still relevant. You know.
Now we're gonna back up a little bit. My wife sometimes asks this question and we skipped over it. Since you were so young, when you went in the system, that first day when they closed that gate behind you, tell us about that first day.
That first day was actually when I hit the prison.
That's what I mean. That day.
Yeah, that day was
Describe it.
it was, I don't know, I can't even describe the feeling. I ain't gonna say I was scared, I'm gonna say nervous, because of the stories I had heard. You know, I had uncles going to prison and all that, so the stories I had heard about when you go in there, you find the biggest motherfucker in there and you punch him in his
all
face
of that.
and all this stuff, and I'm like, nah,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna be able to do that. You know, if he ain't messing with me, I ain't gonna
Yeah,
do it.
why would you?
Yeah, I said, so I ain't gonna go in there like that. So the nervousness came from going in my cell not knowing who my celly was, not knowing what he was about, not knowing who I'm around, not knowing what to expect, you know. So I didn't have nobody because my mom, when I first went down, my mom was still locked up. So I didn't have nobody to send me money, nobody. So my thought was, okay, what I'm gonna do to get money in here? So my thought process went to, I can cook, so I need to try to get a job in the kitchen. If I get in that kitchen, I can hustle.
Yeah.
You know, so I went in there. I had a few fights, but it wasn't nothing far as, it wasn't on no, I'm in prison.
Yeah.
It wasn't fights because of that. It was just, you know, normal shit.
Oh, yeah.
Like me and this dude have a disagreement or, you know, anything.
Yeah.
You know, but I wasn't the type to go looking for no fight.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying? But
Anybody try to bully you?
nah, I never went through that.
Okay.
See, one thing, you never been down, right?
No.
See, one thing about that prison, man, they know who to bully. You come in there looking scared and acting like you out of place, because prison just like the streets.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the streets times 10.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
everything you want in there. You got guards bringing stuff in. You got, if you want to get high, you can get high. You know what I'm saying? You go down there and you want to mess with boys, you can do that too.
Ain't no girls down there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Ain't no girls.
No
down there.
girls down there.
Yeah,
And
ain't everything.
I'm talking about
ain't
some of
everything
the,
you need there.
I'm talking about
My
dudes.
baby ain't gonna be down there. I ain't going. I ain't going.
Nah, you need to
I
go.
need something soft to lay on.
You're not gonna find me.
Nah, you ain't find me there.
All these dudes in the street that act like they gangster and so hard and all that. I mean, you got they in there, you know, but then you see a couple of them creeping. You know, I mean, you whatever you want, it's in there. If you want to better yourself, you can do that.
You seen a nigga that you knew from the streets that was a G nigga and he creeped on?
Oh yeah.
Damn.
I seen one of my homeboys with lipstick on.
Oh,
Yeah.
what's that conversation like?
I just shook my head at him. I mean, he was still. I grew up with him. I just looked at him like, ah, man.
You ain't try to talk to him and say, hey, dude.
Nah.
What?
He was too far gone.
Yeah,
By
he was out there. Then.
Where you get
And then when he
lipstick?
get out, he took the lipstick out.
Yeah, when he got out, he got back with his girl and everything.
I be hearing those stories,
Yeah.
bro.
Got back with his girl and everything. But when he go to prison, he
Is that safe for him?
yeah,
That's his safe space.
yeah, he just a different dude down
Let
there.
me ask you a question. He taking it? He taking it?
Yeah.
Gotta
Oh,
be. Gotta be.
catching, not pitching.
Ain't the other
Yeah,
way
he tell
around
you
with
he-
lipstick.
Well, I'm just saying, he could just be around there bopping, not get into no physical activities, but he.
Come on, he wearing
Yeah,
lipstick,
looking for
baby.
it.
He
He's down
out
with the
there.
game.
He wearing lipstick. He
He's
out there.
down
It's
with-
past what you
He
do.
got his
now.
shirt like this.
Yeah.
You know?
Nah, he didn't have he didn't have just his eyebrows.
Not that day.
Yeah.
eyebrows
Oh.
arched up, and you know.
Oh, stop,
got
bro.
eyebrows arched up.
Lipstick on.
So wow.
Yeah, I saw that. I mean, you know, I saw all that. Whatever.
Mm.
You got gangster. You got dudes down there that they were gangster on the street. They were gangster in there. I mean, you know, they stood on what they believed in.
I wonder if any killers went down there and turned punk.
Oh, I guarantee you it. That prison something else, man. I guarantee you they did. Yeah. Guaranteed.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a different world.
So now when you start writing rhymes in there,
Yeah.
now you got a whole nother platform,
whole
a whole
nother
nother
story.
world.
Oh yeah.
It's a whole nother
Whole nother
world.
audience, whole nother subject matter, whole yes.
Because I was writing and I was going to the rec yard, battling dudes on the rec yard for commissary, and
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
doing all this.
Yeah.
You know, cats out of Dallas, Houston, Fort Worth, cats from everywhere. I
Yeah.
battled dudes from Chicago that's down there.
Mm.
You know, they come and get the unit have talent shows.
Yeah.
Trade of Truth.
Yes.
I was on the unit with his brother, Dinky.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, I was on the unit with Dinky. Dinky had been down there like 10 to 15 years. So Dinky would go to the rec yard and he set up rap battles, you know?
Yeah.
And we go out there and we battle. He come get who he know can rap. Because I was in the dorm with Dinky for like 3.5, 4 months.
Already.
And they sent him to, what's that unit? Hughes unit. He went to Hughes unit. Trey actually come down there and perform for the prison.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was with Dinky. We go out there and we rap, and I'm talking about the talent out here.
Yeah. I already know.
It's not touching that talent down there.
I already know. From athletes to everything.
Yeah, everything you want. It's
It
not.
was a reason they put this prison system like it was.
If the prison,
like it is.
If the prison system started a record label, they'll kill every record label out
If
there.
they started a football team, a basketball team,
Kill everything.
anything,
Don't give them no ideas.
boxing,
Don't give
because
them no
that's what they
ideas.
did, bro.
Everything, they'll kill everything out here. The artists, the artists that they would sign on that label,
Yes.
man, they would outsell everybody. I'm talking
bet.
about it's some cats down there that I rapped against, and I'm like,
Incredible.
man, what the hell? I can't even ask you that because people ask me that. What you doing in prison? Guards come over there and ask us that. Man, if I could rap like that, ain't no way in the world I'd be sitting in a prison cell. I said, man, a lot come with this.
Oh, yeah.
I said, this shit ain't free. I said, it take money to do this shit.
Yeah, it does.
It take money to do this.
A lot of money.
Yeah. I said, some people fortunate enough to get somebody with money behind them. I said, but 85 to 90% of us not. I said, so we have to get out there and try to get it and
risk it all.
Yeah, we got to do that. Now we just happen to have a talent that could take us to another level.
Yeah.
I said, but we got to get there first.
Okay, another question. So, of your music, what's your top 3 songs? Your 3 favorites?
On the Hearts of Hustlers album,
Any.
All your music. Yeah, do it like that.
Of
I
all
got one.
time.
I got one. I got an album called The Product out. I got a song on there called Like Me. On Hearts of Hustlers, it'll have to be Situations, and I got a song on Hearts of Hustlers called Smile by my mama.
Oh, yeah. I heard that. Yes, I heard that one.
So, tell everybody your socials and how they can find you and follow you. And keep
and
up.
what you got
I
going.
actually had these socials because she had to put them down for me. I was like,
Yeah.
man, I can't remember these socials.
See?
So,
Don't be showing your age, nigga.
so I know Instagram is ace_13_Trey. YouTube is official Ace Trey. I got Spotify. Y'all try not to look over there. Spotify is Ace Trey, and what is that? Facebook is Ace Trey. Official Ace Trey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all please. I mean, when I say the brother has talent, I don't know if anyone has ever said this to you before. My wife and I were listening because you have different styles. And on one of your songs, I said, and looking at your face and just looking at you now, I said, this dude remind me of ESG. This dude reminds me of ESG. And ESG was a uber talent.
Yeah.
He is a uber a beast.
He's
That's
a beast.
it, bro. And you a beast, bro.
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
And I hate that life is taking you down that turbulent path as it is taking you, but God don't make no mistakes.
No, he don't.
And so if you could just continue to make your music, because that is a talent that you have exceeded in, you're going to reach some people. You're going to change some lives. And I encourage you to push forward with that, bro.
Yeah, I
because
appreciate
I don't know, we don't. No one knows what God has in store for us. You know what I'm saying? So,
And what's for you is for you.
yes.
So, it don't matter your
Yes.
age. It don't matter the
Yes.
time.
Yeah.
It's-
You know,
it
might not be what you want, as far as what we were thinking in the 90s and 2000s.
Yeah.
Now, man, I want to go platinum. But what if it's just enough to sustain your lifestyle?
That's all I want.
Your family, you know what I'm talking about?
I just
$200,000
love
to
good
$300,000 a year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of money, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you are talented enough to make that happen. You know what I mean? You are well talented, bro. I'm just telling you. So
Appreciate it.
just don't stop.
And don't think it's not a market, because there are people
There are
out there
people.
that is still
Mm-hmm.
hunger for real music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The storytelling.
Yeah.
These cats
That's all I can
they can't tell stories punching in.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
They can't tell stories punching line for line.
Yeah.
That part.
Yeah.
And I like hearing them stories when you take us. It's like we lose ourselves
Yeah.
in the music.
Exactly.
And that's just something we love to do, from our era.
Yeah.
And so I applaud you, brother.
Thank you.
And I'm telling our family members to please, please, please lock into this, brother. Ace Trey.
Ace Trey.
You know what I'm talking about? Representing that ET to the fullest. That's East
Already.
Texas, baby.
East Texas.
I'm talking about, man, got a story to tell. I mean, damn, this was a nice interview.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting it all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You blew my mind. So thank you, Big E, and thank you, brother, for coming through. Shout out to
Salute
your
to you
wifey.
too, man.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You know, and keep doing your thing.
I will,
Yeah,
bro.
keep doing your thing for
Say,
sure.
say, family members, say, we got Ace Trey in the building, and he's a real super tight guest.
Know I'ma get some game tuned in with super tight, yeah. I get the low love from Big Bobo, from the front seat, not no photos.